Hello everyone, for this tutorial video I'd like to explain the basics of how batteries work, starting with an explanation of how a voltaic cell works, which is a chemical cell that generates voltage from a chemical reaction. So it's called voltaic because it literally generates voltage. Although the chemistry involved and how a battery works is very complicated, we can focus on how the electrons work, because those are what are most relevant for electricity. And we should remember that most materials will want to exchange valence electrons in order to gain a stability of exactly 8 electrons on the outermost layer. But more often than not, many materials will not be able to actually have 8 electrons exactly. So as a consequence of this, there will be one material positively charged and another material negatively charged. And this is formally called an ionic bond, in contrast to a bond where the charge is neutral or stable, called a covalent bond. So because we have a difference in charge in an ionic bond, we can use this difference in charge to generate current, exactly like how it works with static electricity. And so, a battery is designed to take advantage of this by filling it mostly with the solution of whatever chemicals are creating the ionic bond, but putting two ends called leads, where one goes to the positive side of a circuit and the other goes to a negative side. And these leads are more formally called electrodes, and the solution is called an electrolyte. Because of all of this, there is no neat answer for the voltage of every battery, but it will always depend on the specific chemistry of the battery in question. Although traditionally, when you buy batteries in the market, the voltage is given to you on the label, because the manufacturers already figure it out for you. Just like the battery discharges its electricity in one direction, the battery will recover its electricity when you charge it, like through a phone charger, when electricity is fed into it from the opposite direction. Although it is important to note that not all batteries actually are rechargeable. And you will hear a rechargeable battery is technically called a secondary cell, and a non-rechargeable battery is a primary cell, which is mostly an arbitrary choice, but there is a little history behind it in that the first types of batteries were of the non-rechargeable kind, while the kinds that are rechargeable did not come until much later. So they could be thought of as primary and secondary because of the order they were introduced in. In my next tutorial video, I like to talk about how multiple voltaic cells in series act, because a battery is rarely just one cell, but is usually a complex combination of different cells. Don't forget to subscribe if you found this video informative, and make sure to see other tutorial videos, and follow me on either Facebook or Twitter for more content.